What's up? We're gonna chat today about entrepreneurship and what I've learned and what I'm learning. I'm so tired today, but I'm still gonna get this video out. I don't know why I'm still speaking in a British accent. Let's return back to how I speak. This is not how I speak. A lot of you guys have probably dropped off by now, but today I'm gonna be talking about what am I going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about the lessons I've learned through entrepreneurship in the past year. I don't know if I have a set number of lessons, but let's just start talking. The thing about entrepreneurship is that it's not an exercise in building a business. It's not an exercise in making money. It's an exercise in personal development. It's an exercise in how much you're willing to change yourself for your business, for the impact that you're making. That is what entrepreneurship, I think, is. And here's why. As you grow your business, as you step into year 1, year 2, year 3 of your business, I'm still in like year 1, going into year 2 soon, you're gonna be able to do more because you're gonna have more leverage. When you have more leverage and you have more projects that you're taking on, more clients that you're working with, more people reaching out to you, you have to fundamentally change yourself as a person and the way you look at the world and the way you do work in order for you to do more and reach more people and make more money. Because in order for you to do more, and not only do more but do them right, you're gonna have to hire people, you're gonna have to build systems, you're gonna have to get familiar with different softwares, you're gonna have to think about how to make more money, you're gonna have to think about how can I communicate better to my teammates, you're gonna think about how can I set myself better deadlines and how can I always incite a sense of urgency within myself and my team as well. The person you were when you were starting entrepreneurship, or when you went from 0 to 10,000 followers or 0 to 30,000 followers, I'm just pulling up my follower count just to show you guys. My personal brand has like 15.9 right now, and Rome has 32.2. I don't know if you guys can see, but that's like about 47 something thousand followers. The person that goes from 0 to that and the person that goes from 50k followers to 500,000 followers is a different person. You need to be a different person, thinking in different ways, thinking bigger and moving differently. I would place my bets on the fact that most people fail at entrepreneurship because of the fact that they are not willing to make changes and changes quickly. When you hire somebody, when you're trying to do more, your day-to-day changes, the way you think changes, the way you work changes, the way you input and then your processes and what you get out of it, all of that changes, and that change can be uncomfortable to deal with, especially when you're young. Like, I'm only 22 years old, and even as you grow older, because our brains are designed to make us feel comfortable. Our brains are designed to avoid uncertainty, and entrepreneurship is uncertainty, and entrepreneurship is very uncomfortable. So you almost have to force yourself to grow up, and at times that can be downright pissing off because you're like, man, I just experienced so much change, so many different things are happening in my life right now. Why do I have to deal with this new thing? Why do I have to take care of this as well right now? Because you have to realize, like, I live alone. I do everything myself. I'm very blessed that I get to live with my girlfriend, so I have a lot of emotional support. But like cooking my meals, taking care of my body, sleeping, taking a shower, laundry, all of those things I have to do. And eventually I'm going to figure out ways to buy back my time as I earn more money, because I must think like a businessman if I want to become one. But right now I'm 22. I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to live off the bare minimum so I can put in more work and think more creatively because of the time I have freed up for myself, because I know those are the things that will actually move the needle, so to speak. So entrepreneurship is an exercise in changing yourself fundamentally at times. And you know what? I love it. I love entrepreneurship because of the fact that it makes me grow so much as a person, and I love growing as an individual because I see myself making progress and I see myself becoming a better and better version of myself every single day and every single week, because there's truly no better feelings than knowing that you kind of sucked at this new thing that you were trying, and you kept trying it and you kept doing it and you improved and you've succeeded and people know you and you're making an impact. There is truly no better feelings than that. But I think a lot of people just see the results. They don't see what went behind that. They don't see the process, and that process can a lot of times be quite grueling and filled with failures that nobody really talks about. In building Rome, I've done so many things. I've made so many reels. I've sent out so many emails. I have created a product that didn't meet all of my expectations. I genuinely think that I have failed more times in this entrepreneurial journey than I have succeeded, because the number of successes you have, the true wins, like that truly like you're like, oh my God, this is like an inflection point in my business, in my personal growth journey where I can see that I've risen, are actually very few and don't happen as often as we think or we would like them to happen. Most of the time, it's kind of just boring work. You're doing it every single day. You're trying to innovate, you're trying to adapt, you're trying to be creative. And honestly, it just really depends on the kind of skill set that you have and the kind of work that you're doing. But at least for me, that's what it's looked like. And then all of a sudden, you'll suddenly see an increase in your following, or you'll suddenly have a small win, and then you'll have a big win, and then it'll be followed by periods of slow growth, because that insane amount of growth that you see in a person usually happens over a long period of time. You just haven't seen it. It just happens incrementally. Every single day they try to become better. Every single day I try to become 1% better. There are days where I'm like, dude, there's so many things I need to do, so many things that we could be doing, so many things that could be done better. And I have to take a moment and step back sometimes and be like, focus on one thing, focus on two things today, do them well, make sure that they're high leverage activities, make sure they're actually going to move you forward instead of pretending like you're doing work and you're not actually doing work, because that also happens at times. Excuse me. Some days you feel like you're on top of the world, so everything is going for you, and other days you feel like you're so lost and there's so much that needs to be done and that you're not doing. But that is life, and that is the reality of building a business, especially at a young age. I'm still building my experience. I'm still building my capacity to do more things. I know that me at 25 is doing much more and doing it much better than how I'm doing things right now. But I know that for me to be excellent at 25, 26, 27, I need to suck right now and then be good and then be great and then continue to improve and attain self-mastery. Not attain self-mastery, but at least practice it. Strive for it. Because in striving for self-mastery, will I be able to attain mastery in my business, in my line of impact. That's all for today. I honestly didn't feel like filming today, but this was a good exercise. I really enjoyed speaking to the camera and speaking to you guys. We're at like 153 subscribers. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all, whoever watches, likes and comments. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I feel like there's a strong community that's being formed on YouTube. It's growing slowly, but I'm really enjoying this process. Today was day 9 of filming every single day and uploading a YouTube video every single day. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.